Howdy there folks, and welcome to our video. Famous financial YouTuber Jeremy from the channel Financial Education recently talked about SoFi in one of his recent videos. Jeremy is part of a group that we like to call the YouTuber Financial Mafia. And can you guess who's also a part of this group? That's right, meet Kevin, who we covered in a previous video as he shared his thoughts on our favorite fintech SoFi. Now, we love Jeremy's channel and have actually been watching him for quite some time now. In this video, we'll go over exactly what Jeremy from Financial Education had to say about SoFi and chime in with our thoughts as well. Jeremy, across all his YouTube channels, has nearly 1 million subscribers, so the fact that he even spoke about SoFi is already a lot of free marketing. But what's really interesting though is what he had to say about SoFi, and that's what we're gonna go into today. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it.
But look at SoFi, 49% revenue growth expected this year, another 40% plus in 23. Gosh, I gotta say that's pretty darn interesting, right?
Holy smokers, this ain't no jokers. SoFi is moving around at $8.20 per share right now, and at least at the time of recording this video. Are you on the side of buying and taking advantage of this dip, or are you selling? Comment down below SoFi for life to get a shout out in our up and coming videos. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, if you haven't already heard, we have a SoFi Investors Facebook group for you hardcore SoFi fans out there, so feel free to join us if you haven't already. The link will be in the description. For those of you who have other social media platforms and want to stay up to date on everything SoFi and general stock market updates, feel free to follow us on our social media at WEALTHGAMBIT across all platforms. Also, shouts out to Jimmy Jim for telling us about this video. I know in a recent comment you told us not to shout you out, but we have to shout you out for the recommendation. And for those of you who commented Fintech Evolution 2022 on our previous videos, shouts out Chando, Jimmy Jim again, Steve Smith, and TDK. Your support means a lot. We appreciate it. Lastly, we are not financial advisors and none of this is financial advice, so always do your own due diligence, or as we like to say here on the channel, doo-doo.
That's what you're going to find a lot of times. If you're talking about stocks under $15, that's what you're going to find. You're going to find a lot of money losing companies, especially if they're high growth. That's just what you're going to find.
On Jeremy's video, he features 11 stocks to buy under $15, and we're not surprised SoFi is one of them. Is the ship really sinking, or is SoFi spiraling down to the shadow realm just an illusion? Or, as Queen says, is this the real life? Or is this just a fantasy? Back in March, we knew that SoFi finished the year strong, from a $227 million adjusted EBITDA loss in 2018 to a positive $30 million in 2021. On top of the net revenue of $241 million in 2018, soaring to over $1 billion, you know SoFi is killing the game. One thing's for sure, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Some people see SoFi as kind of risky because it's not currently profitable, and some people are blind to the potential of this company. You know what they say, the only thing that's worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. As Grandpa Buffett always used to say, risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. And as we've seen with every quarterly earnings call, the trajectory is only going up from here. Some of the stocks featured in Jeremy's channel, Financial Education, are Palantir, Tattooed Chef, Fubo, all of which we have done videos on here. So if you'd like to check those out, you can definitely look at them in the description, after this video of course. We predict in the next few months and even years that many analysts will have their eyes on SoFi. Some will say it's a nightmare, but some will say it's a cheap stock that's worth looking into. But the question is, how long will it stay this cheap? You don't want to be the person who keeps waiting to buy while the prices rise. Then months and maybe even years pass by and all of a sudden you check it out after it hits an all-time high, and then you think to yourself, maybe I should buy now, or dang, I should have bought earlier when it was at cheaper levels. But this isn't financial advice and we're not financial advisors, we just like the stock. Anyways, we here at Wealth Gambit will be with SoFi for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, because this stock is freaking sick. That's it for today's video, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to join our Facebook group called SoFi Investors. The link will be in the description. Also, sometime near the end of next month, we will be launching our much awaited Patreon. So let us know in the comments if that's something you would be interested in, and if so, what specifically you would like to see in the Patreon. We have a list of things that we want to roll out, which we will get into more details in the up and coming weeks. Until then, peace.